This is Robert Kraft, and I'm your host for SNN.Network. And we are the media sponsor for the upcoming Precious Metals Summit virtual in Beaver Creek, the virtual Beaver Creek. You know, hey, behind me, we might see some slopes anytime soon. But I digress. Joining me right now is Jean-Marc Lacoste. He is the president and CEO of Monarch Gold Corp. It's a publicly traded company. I got two symbols for you: MQR on the TSX and MRQRF in the US. Jean-Marc, thank you for joining me today. How are you doing?
Very good. Yourself? Good morning.
Yeah,
it's a great morning to do an interview.
That is for sure. You know, like I said, in the background, we're soon going to see how beautiful of a morning it is in Beaver Creek, but eventually we'll get there. But thank you for taking the time to do this. Since this happens to be our first time doing an interview together, I always love to start with a quick overview and history of the company, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, no problem. Just I'll give an overview starting with myself. I am an economics major from McGill University, Montreal. I evolved in the financial world at Merrill Lynch for more than 10 years. I was the president and CEO of another gold company in the early 2000s. It was called Golden Goose Resources. We sold the Magino deposit for $350 million after a merger to Argonaut Gold. And then I became who I am today, which is the president and CEO of Monarch Gold, which is a Quebec-based company with 315 square kilometers of gold asset in the Abitibi Cadillac Fault region. And all of this was the success of the last 7 years of acquiring distressed assets during one of the longest bear market, who seems to have turned around last summer, 2019. And this is the story of Monarch evolving slowly.
So what would you say makes the company unique and different compared to some of your peers? You know, I've done a number of interviews with companies that are working in the Abitibi region. You know, what separates Monarch Gold from the rest?
Okay, so the main component of Monarch, and it was set at the very beginning of the acquisition spree we did in the last 7 years, we were looking at advanced project. We understand that there's a very big area out there for the explorers of this world that take vast lands, a piece of land, and do a lot of exploration. The bear market of the 2013-16 area was making it so complex and expensive to discover ounces that we actually implemented a strategy instead of discovering them. So what we did is we acquired many projects, up to 13 projects from 5 different companies that are no longer listed. So we were able to amass a very nice, comprehensive, advanced project portfolio. We have 6 projects. We got 2 fully permitted mills, 2,300 tons per day. They're just waiting for the rocks to come to them. So we have 6 advanced projects. We got the milling capacity, and we got the mother lode in the 6th project, which is Wasamac, which is a 2.6 million ounces project that has an 11-year mine life with a cash cost of $550 US per ounces. It's an underground project. Stage, the feasibility was done last year. Again, very advanced project. Every other project that we have, the 5 others contained in the 6 project portfolio, they're all advanced. They're all within years of producing, not 5 years of a discovery or a great intersect, but no resource. They all have resources. They're all third-party review, 43-101, all of them. So I really use the book of how to succeed in the mining world with having the 43-101 respected in the resource estimate, because we know that any project out there that is in exploration, until you have a 43-101 resource estimate, these holes could be done in any which way or shape. It could be done all at the same place for 2 months in a row, and you don't know that they're going in in that nice jewelry box. You never know what they're doing until a third-party company comes in and says, yes, you do have 1 million ounces.
So when you were going through this process of evaluating different projects to pick up, you know, because, you know, like you said, we've just went through a crazy bear market for gold and other resources. So what was some of your criteria that you were looking for in some of these projects that are now in your portfolio?
I would say that there was a few criteria that we wouldn't pass by without, you know, we would basically not go ahead and get those projects. So first of all, we wanted to be, you know, a top tier environmental friendly company. So I didn't mention the Monarch has something to do with the Monarch butterfly, but basically we're really involved with making sure that we do clean stuff. So we're basically trying to repair some of our predecessor that left some, you know, different type of mining that made people a bit worried about mining. So we wanted to make it a big deal about that. So every project that we've acquired doesn't have arsenopyrite, meaning no arsenic, no acid generator rocks. We didn't want to create a tailing ponds facility with being problematic for our kids and grandkids. So the number one priority was to make sure we had some beautiful, clean project where gold was there, and the results of exploitation wouldn't result in a worse environment than when you begin. So that was one of the factors. So I'm proud to say that out of 6 projects that we have today, all of them have been proven to be actually good without any toxic environment and non-acid generator. So that's a big factor. Second of all, very low royalties. We thought that there's so many royalties on some of these projects that we didn't want to get a project that didn't have even a fair chance of going to production because there's too much royalty to be paid. So every single one of our projects have less than 1 royalties. It's either 1 or none. And 1 is usually 1%, 1.5 at most. So we were very, very careful with the awarding of the royalty at this stage. The day you start producing, there's always a way to factor in a royalty or a stream that's going to make the project work. But at first, when you just explore and add ounces, we didn't want to do it for somebody else. We wanted to do it for ourselves. So that was the second thing. And the third thing, we wanted to have critical mass. We wanted to make sure the project we had, we're all starting at a good number with the potential of a lot. So there's not one of our projects that is under 100,000 ounces. They're all way up there. Of course, Wasamac at 2.6 million, but we'll take Croinor Gold, for example, 250,000 ounces, barely been explored. So the dream is there, the blue sky is there, you know. So every one of our projects all have 100,000 plus ounces to begin with a lot of exploration potential. So to sum up the 3 things, those were the main things we were looking for. And at the end, they were all there, these conditions to fulfill one of the things that I like to say, it takes 3 things to succeed in the mining world. I think, because I've done it before with another company, as you know, you got to have management with skin in the game. I own 4 million shares of Monarch. Together, the management, we have about 4% of the company. We have a market cap of 120 million. You need management with skin in the game. You need a tight float. So most of our shareholders are big block shareholders, Alamos Gold, Yamana, ECLA, Agnico. They all have big chunk of our stock. So a tight float. So when you start producing results, the stuff has a lot of traction. And the third thing, which is the most important thing, you need to have project with wings. And I'm not trying to make a play word on the Monarch butterfly, but your project's going to have a future, a blue sky. So once you have these 3 components, management, tight float, and blue sky, then you just have to you get good hits and your stock is off to the races like you would like to see as a shareholder.
Absolutely. So with that, what would you say are some of the company, from what you can tell us, of course, what would you say are some of the company's value catalysts now moving forward?
I would say mostly the added value of the Wasamac project is definitely the company maker. If Monarch's going to pierce the $1 mark one day, it will be because of Wasamac. The good news is we are probably a few quarters away from being a producer again. We closed the operation at Beaufor in 2019 at $1,600 Canadian gold. We are now at $2,450. The same operation would actually make money. So we are currently drilling the hell out of it. So Catalyst, a lot of drill results coming in the next few months from Beaufor, from McKenzie, and a lot of a milestone being landed on the Wasamac project. So all combined, we should be able to release some good news every month until Christmas, and that should create a lot of interest into our stuff.
So where can our audience go and find everything they need to know about Monarch Gold?
So I will give you the website that everybody will remember, because sometimes you like to spell the name of the company in French and English, but don't bother. The name is very easy. It's called squeezegold.com. So if you punch in squeezegold.com, you're going to get straight to Monarch Gold's website, and you'll get to see anything you want. Every 43101 reports are there for you to upload on every single project, and you can go and give us a very thorough study on the company.
Well, thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. I wish you guys the best luck, and I look forward to our next update.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And I just want to let everybody know that we are doing this on behalf of the upcoming Precious Metals Summit virtual event in Beaver Creek. I'm Robert Kraft, host of SNN Network. Catch you next time.